What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at this beautiful 2024 Giola Green Jaguar F-Type. This is the R75 all-wheel drive. MSRP is about $115,000. So let's go ahead, take a full look at what is powering this beautiful British sports car. So we have the reverse hinge for the engine cover. Now underneath the hood, this has a supercharged 5-liter V8. This 8-cylinder is pumping out 575 horsepower with 516 pound-feet of torque paired to the 8-speed automatic, and of course the all-wheel drive system can also do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds and tops out at 186 miles per hour. This thing is definitely a sweet looking car. Go ahead and close the hood and let's move on to the styling. Beautiful styling as you would expect from a Jaguar. Very nice black design for the LED headlights, super thin as well, just making it look super menacing. Got a nice trim piece here, some nice gloss black trim along with your parking sensors. Large opening for the grille with the Jaguar badge in it. We also have the R logo, more parking sensors, and then you can see a front splitter finished off in the body color. It's a really good looking car. I don't think there is a bad angle on an F-Type. You got really sharp lines in the center of the hood just going towards that windshield. Nice looking heat extraction vents as well, and the color is a very unique looking green. At the side profile, we do have a set of 20-inch wheels, finished in a two-tone color with a red brake caliper, nice sharp lines surrounding that fender, and then a nice trim piece with the Jaguar logo. You also can see the silhouette down below, pretty aggressive look as well for that lower side skirt, and then just beautiful clean lines throughout the whole side. We have body colored on the door mirrors with LED turn signal, body colored roof surround for that windshield, and then a nice sneak peek at that interior. You can see all those sleek body lines fading towards the rear end, and I just love how this line just goes on the top and just cuts towards this trunk lid. A really cool design. You can also see just how wide the rear fender flares are just to give it that extra width. Then we have a nice slim set of LED taillights, massive rear diffuser with a quad exhaust, and I especially like this fin right in the center, just giving it an aggressive appearance. More sharp lines throughout the rear. We have the Jaguar logo on the spoiler. This of course will pop upwards. Just a really good looking car. Don't think you can complain with any of these angles. And then on the key fob, we can actually pop the trunk real quick. There also is a button right underneath this panel, but opening this up, you have a pretty good amount of space. Obviously it's a smaller car, but the roof does not interfere with it. So this is the space. A couple duffel bags you could pretty much fit. So moving on to the interior, a really cool thing, you can lock the car by just pushing those in. You can see all that. And then by unlocking it, you're gonna see the mirrors fold out and these door handles. Then you can easily open this up and take a look at this interior. Beautiful two-tone with the brown and black. Nice attention to detail, fit and finish. On the door panel, you're gonna see the brown leather with all the stitching. I like the quilted leather material, more of the contrast stitching on the armrest. Nice storage down below. Window controls, grab handle, Meridian audio, and then a nice release handle. You can see all the controls, and then that silhouette again on that door sill. Now you're gonna see these nice looking bucket seats. You got perforated leather in the center, contrast stitching, and then pretty good bolsters as well. I love more of that quilted leather material. You can see the aluminum color in the center, the Jaguar badge, and very thin headrest just to give these a performance focused look. Then we have a black leather steering wheel. So hopping in now, of course with the top down, super easy to do that. And if we go ahead and close the door and fire it up. That V8 is gonna roar to life. You have the button down here for the rear wing. I go ahead and press that. You can see how it's gonna automatically flip upwards, which is a really cool design. And then the button right here, if we go ahead and press that, it's gonna automatically pull the whole roof up. Just a couple seconds and you can be driving, which we'll do later. Closing that. And then the windows will complete it. Now from here, if we take a look at the gauge cluster, you have a pretty cool LCD screen with your tach right in the center, some info on the left and the right. And then if you hit this menu icon right over here, you can change the view. So if I go down, you can see all the different things you're able to adjust. You can also go into a 2-dial layout just to make it a little bit more conservative. Of course, you can go to a full map, and then more information you can scroll through on the top. So pretty nice how much stuff you can see in the screen. Just kind of customize it a little bit. Got more of those controls on the left, cruise control on the right side, steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, stalk on the right side, and then of course turn signals on the left. And you have your trunk release button, one of your air vents, some nice leather material, and these air vents are pretty cool. When you turn them on or off, they're gonna automatically go up or go down. So it's pretty neat just to have something sleek and subtle like that. More of the leather on the right side, good sized glove box, and then a grab handle for your passenger, which is a really cool touch to see. Now on the infotainment screen, you can see just a few things. You can scroll left and right, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You can go back into climate. If I go ahead and turn that on, you can adjust your different zones, more information like that. Back to the home screen, see a few more things you're able to adjust. And then if I go into the cameras, you can view what that backup camera looks like. You can also see some shortcuts down below, home, you have a settings icon, of course navigation, and then a few more on that far side. And then when you are in reverse, of course the backup camera pops up, and you can even adjust your guidelines if you'd like. And then just going back into P, we're back into park. Down below we have physical climate controls. You have that fan speed on and off in the center. This one right here for your temperature, if you tap it, it goes to your seats. You can scroll this to the right for heated seats, and then to the left for ventilated seats. Now, underneath that, we have some toggles for air conditioning and recirc, defrost, some nice silver trim material with some contrast leather, and then we have our drive mode. If we go up, it's gonna put you into the rain and ice mode, and then if you hold it down, it's gonna go into that dynamic mode. You can already hear the active exhaust turn on, and then if we tap the race car guy, you're able to adjust all sorts of different items. So if you want your gear selecting to be a little more conservative, you also have the G-force meter, you can see the brake force and throttle, as well as a lap timer. You can also see a few more controls down here. Then you get cup holders right in the center, nice armrest with leather, and it opens up to reveal more storage. You also have a nice cargo net back here, perfect for a cell phone. And then just one last look. Nice materials up on top. You got all Alcantara for the roof design. You can see the small visors as well with a mirror, and then a thin frameless mirror. So with that, let's go ahead, put the top down, keep ourselves into dynamic mode, and see what the F-Type with a supercharged V8 is all about. All right guys, setting off in the F-Type. Needless to say, this thing is pretty darn quick with the supercharged V8. Sounds pretty awesome. My one complaint, the exhaust valve doesn't really open until like 4,000. So normal driving, it doesn't really get loud until you really get on it in the higher revs. That's when you start hearing it a little bit. This thing packs a punch. Handles really well too. Yeah, and that transmission is super snappy. Now, if we go ahead and put it into normal mode, tone it down and slow down a little bit, we can go ahead and do the convertible top. So you pull it back to put the top down. You can do while driving, which is a really good plus for this car. Pretty effortless as well. And then the windows will pop up as well. But you can definitely tell this is a luxurious car. It has a lot going for it. It's smooth, it's comfortable. These seats are on the stiffer side given what they are, kind of thin back, but I fit really comfortably at 5'11". I have good headroom, good room all around, and the seat is not even as far back as it can go. So if you're taller or bigger, honestly, I think you'd fit pretty fine in this. The steering is super lazy and relaxed when we're on the comfort mode. And then in dynamic mode, it sharpens up a little bit. It's not a crazy, like, hardcore sports car. This is a very nice luxury GT car with performance to it. So very seamless power delivery, lightning quick transmission. The all-wheel drive delivers power very well. And at the same time, it's not back-braking. Like right now, we're in dynamic. I can certainly feel bumps on this road versus toggling it down in normal mode. It's way smoother now, but this is not a back-braking car that's gonna just beat you up. So I like that aspect to this car, to where it's a normal daily, you can just drive it in comfort. I would say a Corvette is probably a really good competitor for this. It's just luxury and comfortable. But then when you need to move, you just give it some gas and this thing starts taking off. You don't really hear any wind noise or road noise or anything like that. It seems super insulated and it's just a comfortable, luxurious car. You can definitely feel that refinement in it, the use of materials and everything you touch and feel in this car. I mean, it's just a nice, nice car. Very insulated from the roads, and of course, being a sports car, you can toggle into the sport mode, and the car just gets aggressive. Instant throttle response. It's not crazy heavy. I mean, we're not quite 4,000 pounds. However, you know, you can feel the weight of this to where it's not a crazy nimble handling car. It's very confident, it's very composed. However, just, you know, being the weight of it, you might be able to feel out a little bit comparing it to a Corvette. You know, the Corvette's not exactly much lighter than this, but, you know, this still gives you quite a lot to offer. Gosh, that acceleration is wild though. It carries the weight really well. Brakes all do a great job. Man. Alright, let's do one launch and then flip to the next perspective. But so far, this car is definitely a blast. We'll leave it in automatic mode for that. Actually, there we go, automatic sport. Yeah, what do you guys think? Jaguar F-Type V8. This is like the ultimate car just for top-down luxury cruising. So let's see what it does. Wow. Yeah, 0 to 60, that hurt my neck a little bit. That was just instant. Gosh. All right, guys, Jaguar F-Type. Yeah, this thing is awesome.